What is up, everybody? The Real Training Productions 2025 back again, here for a brand new and very special unboxing video. In my last video, I did an unboxing and first look at the 80th anniversary Trackmaster 3.0 Classic Percy Pack, which a lot of you guys really did seem to enjoy, and it just really meant a lot to me that you guys really loved that video. In today's video, this past week, I did a poll for you guys asking which 80th anniversary Trackmaster or Metal Collection item I should unbox next, and the engine with 90 votes that won is Henry. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing and taking a first look at the 80th anniversary Thomas & Friends Metal Collection Henry. So, before we do begin this unboxing video, I do have a couple of important announcements to make. One, since we're getting towards the end of September, going to be entering October, let's talk about the videos wise I will be posting during the spookiest time of the year. I'm going to be doing a couple more of my Train King re-uploads from the Train King archives, mainly older videos, as well as some of my older Thomas episodes that I made not long ago before my writing did get a little bit better over time. You guys get what I'm saying. And then as for unboxing videos during that time, since I know a lot of you guys really want me to review the 80th Talking Thomas, I'm going to really try and find it in October. Don't worry, you guys, that video is still coming. It's a very hard model to find. It's more harder to find than, give me one moment, you guys. I'm going to find a model as an example. It's harder to find than the standard Thomas here, the one you guys see here, from that Amazon exclusive pack that I reviewed not long ago. It's a lot more harder to find than this Thomas, which you could just simply find online. But yeah, it's a lot harder to find than just this standard classic Thomas. So, also regarding October, at the end of the month, I will be starting to slowly upload around that time more Lionel Train videos for you guys. I'm going to first start things off with the Hogwarts Express, pulling the Dementor's coach, as well as some other engines. Who will they be? Well, you guys will just have to wait and see, because I am going to be getting another Lionel Train this Sunday with all my saved money, and you guys will have to wait and see what it is. What train will it be? You guys will find out come November. Now, with all those announcements out of the way, let's get into what you guys have all been waiting for. The unboxing and first look at the 80th anniversary Metal Collection Henry the Green Engine. Now, before we do unbox this model and take a look at the packaging and stuff, I am going to be comparing this Henry to another CGI model of Henry. This one actually was given to me from a friend, one of my brother's friends actually. The 2012 Trackmaster Henry. So yeah, anyways, with all that said and done, let's get this unboxing video started. By first taking a look at the packaging. Well, actually, before that, sorry about that, you guys. I tend to stutter a lot. Let's do a brief history on this Henry model first, shall we? So, during Christmas of 2024, the brand new 80th anniversary Thomas items were shown, like the new Trackmaster Thomas, as well as prototype images of Henry, James, Thomas, Percy, and the Storybook Thomas. And once these were announced, I'm not joking when I say this, you guys, I was very excited for Henry, because it has been a very long time since we actually got a CGI model of Henry in the newer Thomas lineup. So yeah, with the history aside, let's take a look at the packaging, shall we? Now, the packaging on this model is very, very nice. It definitely is very similar to other engines who I've talked about before. Thomas, Percy, as well as, well, not James yet, but we'll see on him. But yeah, the packaging is very similar to the Thomas packaging, which for reference, there's Thomas's. This was a Thomas model I got when I was visiting my brother not long ago. And yeah, you could tell that their packaging is nearly identical. Thomas is, of course, is slightly smaller, since he's a little engine that could do big things. And it has a CGI rendering of Thomas from the nitrogen era. Whereas Henry, since Henry is a tender engine, he has a slightly bigger box. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that to you guys. Anyway, the packaging with Henry is very, very nice. You have that blue swoosh look, which is, of course, based on the CGI era of Thomas and Friends. You have a beautiful Thomas and Friends logo on the left side of the box with a Fisher-Price logo and Henry's name there. You also have a really, really nice 80th anniversary logo and a CGI rendering of Henry from the nitrogen era. I think it's a really nice touch. It has that little nostalgic feel to it. And I think Mattel did a pretty good job showcasing Henry on the side of the box, just like what they've done with other characters, like Thomas and also James. You guys see what I mean? But yeah, the CGI rendering of Henry is very, very nice, and it does pull off that nostalgic feel really, really well. And also, too, on the same side of the box, you also have a Metal Collection logo on the side, which is a very, very nice touch. Now, trust me, you guys, I get their names mixed up all the time. Metal Collection, Push Along. I just refer to them as the Push Along engines of the 80th anniversary. But yeah, you guys get what I mean. And then also, you also get a really good look at the model. You have Henry's tender. You also have a nice look of Henry himself, which is in that very, very nice green. And also his face. His face definitely, though, reminds me of Hero of the Rails, when he, Gordon, and the rest of the Steam team, like Emily, Toby, and Edward, all helped to restore Hero. We're going to take a look at the model in a bit. Let's take a look at the back of the box. Now, the back of the box is very similar to the other engines, Thomas, Percy, James, etc. You have Henry on the right side in different languages, which is a very, very nice touch. You also have a very nice Thomas and Friends logo on the left side, as well as Mattel, and on the very same area where Henry's name is, you have Created by Britt Allcroft, along with a very, very nice classic rendering of Thomas. She will rest in peace. But yeah, as good as this packaging does look, I do have a big criticism with this packaging, just like the other engines who I've looked at in this lineup. I really, really wish Mattel did add a collect them all on the back. Like, oh, collect them all. Collect James. Collect the Storybook Thomas. Collect Percy. You guys get what I mean. But yeah, the packaging itself, though, is very, very nice. And to be honest, Henry, alongside James and Thomas, have the best looking packaging in this lineup. Now, with all that said and done, let's get into the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Taking a look at this model. Now, I'm going to be very careful taking Henry out of the box. This is very important if you're getting a Thomas model like this, Same thing with other Thomas toys and other merchandise lines, like Trackmaster, Lionel, Bachman, and Hornby. So I'm going to be very careful opening Henry up. Here we go. It's a little weak spot. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, there you go. Be very careful opening it here. Sorry this is taking a little longer than I expected, you guys. I just don't want the Henry model to get damaged. Okie dokie. Gonna take his tender out first, and then Henry himself. And here he is. The Metal Collection Henry. Honestly, since I have another version of this Henry, which I took a look at not long ago, owning I'm so sorry about that, you guys. I stutter sometimes. But yeah, holding this model in my hands, this is a very, very nice model of Henry. Sure, he is a little smaller compared to James, which for size comparison, I'll show you. James is a lot longer than Henry, but beggars can't be choosers. I do think Mattel did a very good job with this model. Now, let's take a look at this model in more detail, shall we? The green itself on this model is very, very nice. It definitely reminds me of seasons 1 through 5 Henry, alongside with the CGI era of the show, mainly seasons 13 through 24. His wheel arches are very, very nice. Same thing with his wheels. The wheels themselves are very, very nice. Same thing with the nod to Ertl right here, the fake side rods. And also his leading wheels and the cylinder. His front buffers are also painted, which is a nice touch. And his face, like I said earlier, is very, very nice. Definitely reminds me of how Henry was in Hero of the Rails, as well as in Blue Mountain Mystery. Even though Henry did have a small role in that movie, his face on this model does remind me of how he was in that specific Thomas film. The side, of course, is the same on the left side of Henry, as well as the nod to Ertl and the leading wheels. Now, as good as Henry does look, I do have some criticisms with this model. The big one is that Henry is small. Now, if you've seen Henry in any Thomas episode, or CGI episode for that matter, you know that Henry is a big engine. He's roughly about the size as Gordon. And for Mattel to make him small in this lineup, I just really wish they would have made him a little longer. Just like how the Take-Along Henry's a little longer. Same thing with the Tomy one. Here, I'll show you for a size example. So you could tell that the Trackmaster 2012 Henry is big. Like, they actually got his size pretty accurate. The push-along one is just small. Yeah, honestly, I can understand why they made Henry small, because I'm sure, like, I do know some kids may want to play with these. But I just really wish they made Henry big. My point is, I just really wish that they made Henry, like, about the size as James. Because you guys can see here, James is actually a pretty big engine in this lineup. And Henry is kind of small. But yeah, I do really wish, though, that they made Henry just a little bit bigger. Kind of like the Take-Along, as well as the Bandai Tech Henry. But oh well, beggars can't be choosers. But with that criticism aside, the other criticism I have is his back buffers aren't painted. Which is a real letdown, because other models, like James, who I'm showcasing here, he has his front and back buffers painted. Like, seriously, Mattel? You only painted his front, not his back? oh well. Overall though, with those two criticisms aside, this is still a very good model of Henry. The face is very nice. The green is very, very nice as well. And the Nod to Erdl is a very nice touch. And I just love how they captured Henry very nicely with this model. His tender shape is also very, very well done and pretty accurate to how it's shown on other merchandise lines like Trackmaster, as well as Playrail and Trackmaster, Classic Trackmaster, and Trackmaster 2.0. Now, on to the moment you guys have been waiting for. We're going to compare this Henry's face to the 2012 Trackmaster Henry face. Shall we? So, here are the two Henry models side by side. Come on, camera, focus. Alright, here we go. So here are the two Henry faces side by side. You could tell that the 2025 Metal Collection Henry has more of that more happy CGI face. Just like, as I mentioned before, where he's happy to help Hero, Edward, Thomas, James, etc. And then the 2012 Henry has that more stern CGI face. Like he's determined to help Duck or help Hero and also help Gordon. But yeah, both their faces are overall though very, very well done, and both capture the characters perfectly. And now onto the main comparison you guys have all been waiting for. Comparing this Henry to the 2012 one. So straight away, their size difference is very noticeable. The Metal Collection Henry, of course, is smaller. The Trackmaster 2012 Henry is bigger. And also, since we just took a look at their faces are also very, very different. Their tenders are pretty accurate, except the 2012 Henry has a sticker on the tender, and the 2025 Henry, his details are printed on. And also as well, the 2012 Henry's back buffers are painted, the newer ones aren't. And their greens are also very different too. The 2012 Henry has more of that darker shade of green, mixed in with a little bit of the light green. The newer Henry has a more brighter green that's similar to Percy, as well as how Henry is shown in the CGI series, as well as the classic era as well. Overall though, between these two models, which one do you guys like the most? The new Henry or the older Henry? Let me know in the comment section below. Now for concluding thoughts. What do I think of the new Metal Collection Henry? Honestly, ever since he was first announced during Christmas of last year, I was very, very excited. And I still am. And this model for me was definitely worth the wait. Even though, yes, I have talked about Henry before in the Amazon exclusive pack, but this model is a very, very nice model of Henry. The green is very nice. The face, I really, really love. They captured Henry's CGI appearance really well. The wheels are really nicely done. And the tender itself, as well as Henry's main details, are very accurate to the show. And if you do manage to find this model of Henry, I highly recommend picking it up, because this is a very, very nice model of Henry. And here's hoping with the 80th anniversary Thomas line, we can get more characters in the Metal Collection lineup. After all, we are getting Annie and Clarabelle in the Sodor Adventure Pack, so why not Edward or Spencer even? You never know. But yeah, here's hoping we do get more characters like Edward and maybe some express coaches. We'll see. Overall though, my overall rating for this Henry is going to be a 8 out of 10, as well as a 4.5 stars. It's not a perfect model of Henry, but it's a very good one indeed. Well, anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and first look at the 80th anniversary Metal Collection Henry the Green Engine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Thomas the Tank Engine videos just like this. Well, this has been the Real Train Productions 2025, signing off, and I hope you guys all have a great afternoon, evening, or day. Bye-bye!